In the year 2040, electricity is no longer a technology. It's a language, a living force shaping every movement forward. And from this energy, a new machine emerges, silent, powerful, and engineered with precision beyond anything the world has ever seen. This is the Rimac EV 2040, a hypercar forged from matte graphite, illuminated by turquoise currents that pulse beneath its surface like living veins of light. At first glance, the car doesn't announce itself. Matte black absorbs the world around it, hiding its shape in shadows. But then the quantum veins awaken. Thin turquoise lines flicker beneath the carbon fiber shell, tracing the path of energy traveling through the body. The car doesn't just start, it comes alive. Move closer, and every detail feels ahead of its time. The front carries Rimac's new quantum arc headlights, razor-thin blades of light that cut through the darkness like twin beams from a future civilization. They don't glow, they slice, and as their cyan light expands across the tunnel walls, the silhouette of the car becomes beautifully visible. Low, wide, aerodynamic, shaped for airflow that barely exists yet. Underneath the shell, 4 independent electric motors orchestrate something extraordinary. Not power, not torque, something deeper. A flow of controlled electric force that Rimac calls quantum drive. Energy doesn't move through wires. It moves through channels alive with turquoise pulses. Every millisecond, the car reconfigures how power moves to each wheel, not reacting, predicting. As the car rolls forward, the tunnel lights reflect across the graphite surface, revealing the subtle curvature of its panels. The design is elegant but aggressive, clean but impossibly advanced. Active aero fins open quietly along the sides, adjusting angle with a motion so fluid it feels almost biological. At the rear, a continuous cyan blade stretches across the car, a light bar that pulses slowly like the heartbeat of a creature waiting to strike. Inside the cockpit, minimalism transforms into presence. No switches, no clusters, no distractions, just a floating holographic interface that adapts instantly to your focus. Speed, torque flow, temperature, drag, and thrust, all visualized as living strands of blue light dancing around you. The seat shapes itself to your posture. The cabin stays silent, as if respecting the power resting at your fingertips. Then the quantum storm awakens. The motors sink, the veins brighten, the entire tunnel illuminates as turquoise electricity surges through the chassis. With a barely audible hum, the Rimac EV 2040 launches forward, not with acceleration, but with displacement. The world doesn't blur, it shifts. The car's speed is instant, absolute, almost unnatural. Light streaks warp around the body as it races through the tunnel, every arc of neon bending gently with its motion. At full speed, aerodynamic elements shift into their most aggressive form. Vents widen, wings angle, diffusers reshape airflow. The car communicates with the environment, adjusting thousands of variables every second. And through every change, the turquoise veins respond, growing brighter when torque increases, dimming when energy settles, painting the motion of electricity in real time. But power alone cannot define a hypercar. Precision does. And Rimac's quantum AI predicts grip, wind pressure, corner angle, and traction before the road even delivers it. As the car slides into a drift across a wet neon road, turquoise reflections ripple underneath. Each wheel receives its own microdose of energy, balancing the drift perfectly, without sound, without hesitation, without struggle. Outside the tunnel, the world becomes more surreal. In a frozen expanse of ice, the Rimac moves like a shadow skimming across glass. Reflections stretch beneath it, weaving patterns of cyan light. In a storm, lightning synchronizes with the veins flowing across the hood. And in an abandoned cyber district, the car glides between flickering turquoise holograms that bounce off its matte carbon skin like ghosts of the future. As the journey reaches its end, the car returns to darkness. The veins dim, the lights soften. The matte black surface blends back into the void as if the car was never there. But the energy remains, silent, still, waiting for the next awakening. This is not just a concept, it's a blueprint for the next era of hypercars. A world where silence becomes power, light becomes motion, and electricity becomes art. This is the Rimac EV 2040. The quantum storm. Alive, intelligent, inevitable.